Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy Newman. I have moved into my uni place, which is exciting. And yeah, so today's video is going to be talking about the interview portion of your audition. Now, I know it will be different this year because we all have to do self-tapes, but this is to help you if you're auditioning for the next few years, and also later on in the year, hopefully we'll be able to have one-to-one interaction. For this year, I did a few places that interviewed me. So I did LAMDA, Guildhall, Royal Welsh, and I know Bristol do it as well, Bristol Old Vic Theatre School, but I couldn't go because of Corona. I had to do a self-tape. So those are the ones that I know that do an interview with you in the initial audition. Usually all drama schools really, if you get recalled, they'll do it in either the afternoon or they'll do it in the the recall section. But yeah, they're the ones that actually gave you an interview for the initial audition. So I think a lot of people think that the audition is a lot more, structured and a lot more professional. It's really not. It's a lot more casual. You got to think these people are auditioning all day. They have to see people all day, every day. So it gets tiring, and they don't want that. They don't want a really boring, robotic, conversation. They want something fun, and they want to see you. So relax. For me, all my interviews were after I'd done my monologues, so usually the weight was really it had gone away. I think if they gave me an interview before my audition, I'd probably be really like, oh my god, psyching myself out. So that's good. LAMDA, half the group did it before their audition, and I was the latter group, so I did it after my audition, which worked better for me. So questions that they'll ask, I'm going to go through them. Questions that they ask me, questions that I know they ask my friends, and also just a few tips and tricks so you don't waffle and it actually just comes across as natural and it comes across as you. I'm just going to give you. First tip is I would write some answers down. Now I don't mean have a script, I don't mean, remember all the lines that you're going to say, but have a generic idea, because when you're in a stressful situation you tend to waffle. So I think if you did some work prior, and so let's say the question was, why do you want to study acting? We all know why we want to study acting, but I really struggle with actually getting it out of my mouth, especially because you've got in the back of your mind, oh my god, this is one of the best drama schools in the world. You then got, oh my god, they're probably thinking I'm really boring, let me speed it up. You then got, I don't want to waffle, I don't want to just carry on talking. And then you've got, oh, I want to sound interesting. So you've got all these ideas bouncing around your head. So just plan it, and it saves you so much stress. Over planning will just make it look robotic, and we don't want that. We want it to be natural, but you want to have a few points here and there. So ask yourself right now, while you're watching this video, just say, why do I want to act? Does it make you feel free? Do you like the attention that it gives you? And just answer it naturally. I know this man who was kind of giving us some prep work, he was like, I know why certain people do it. It's because they go up on a stage and they get applause, the attention. And that's kind of true if you think about it. Like, you go on a stage and people applaud you, they say, wow, you was amazing. And it makes you feel so good because you're like, wow, I can do this. For me, I would say acting just gives me the chance to learn, and it makes me carry on learning, and it pushes me to my limits. There's days where I get really upset with acting, but those usually are the best days. If people say, oh, acting, I love acting because it makes me happy all the time, you're lying to yourself, because acting shouldn't make you happy all the time. It should target those places in your mind that you're, especially for drama school, this is not necessarily professional work, but you've got a lot of stuff that's hidden away in your head that the teachers will try and grab out of you, and it'll make you upset, and you'll come home that night and you'll be thinking, oh my god, why did they make me cry? But those days are usually the better days. So be true, don't just put something on because you think it's the right answer. Don't just say, oh, it makes me smile every day, because I know that's not true for me. I'll flipping cry after a class sometimes, but then after that I go, right, okay, I see why I did and I've learnt from it, and now it helped me become a better actor. Lambda, I know that they asked me, what role would you like to play in the future? Now, if you're someone like me, and I haven't personally watched, I don't think I've watched any plays actually, like, in London. I've watched a few West End shows. I've been to one concert. I haven't really done a lot. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube, Legally Blonde, and a few other shows. So I kind of said that to her. I said, look, I haven't been a lot of places, I can't afford it, but I've read a lot, and the plays that I read that I would love to go watch and I would love to take part in would be things like a Virgin by Gordon Steele, Shakespeare plays. If you love Romeo and Juliet and you studied it for years, say I would love to be Juliet or Romeo. I haven't watched the play physically live, but I would flipping love to, and I would love to play it. Say it, be honest. And if you've been to watch a shit ton of shows, tell them. Say, oh well, you don't want to say, oh, I've been to watch this show, and I've been to watch that show, and that one, and that one, and that one. Or my parents took me to this show. They don't give a shit. They just want to know what show you liked and why. Maybe they'll ask you, why do you want to play that character? So don't just say, well, I would like to play this character because they have a lot of lines. No. When you was watching that performance, why did that character stand out to you? Was it because of the actress? Was it because of the lines and the playwright, how they worded it and the punctuation? Was it because of the set and or whatever, or what you was going through in life, you kind of resonated with the character? Tell them. They asked what weaknesses I have, and I think they asked either what weaknesses I have, or they asked me what weaknesses I have and how will Lambda help. So that's a really good question, and it could apply anywhere. Guildhall could have asked me that. They could have said, right, what are some weaknesses and why do you think that we'll be able to help you? And when people say weaknesses, you go, oh shit, I've got so many. But just write a few down. They ask for weaknesses, so tell them what your honest weaknesses are. Can you not take criticism? Can you not, articulation? I kind of said that. I said I really want to improve my articulation because of my accent as well, and I never actually learnt how to pronounce words, especially Shakespeare, correctly, because I'm from near Black Country, so we pronounce words very differently to most of the people. And my first Shakespeare lesson, I couldn't physically understand what she was telling me, what I was doing wrong, and I have got better, but I still want to keep improving it. Would it be accents? Would it be analysing the monologue? Would it be anything, physically anything? Would it be to have more fitness and have more stamina, to be more hardworking, to actually have better time management? What is it? Obviously relate it to acting, but time management relates to acting. Stamina relates to acting. You saying oh well, I want to, get better at drawing. That doesn't relate to acting. So yeah. A few other questions is, what shows have you recently watched? So just tell them, or if you haven't, I probably haven't, just say, well, I've read this play recently and I'm currently reading this play by this playwright and I love it and it's great. A lot of places will ask, why do you want to study here? Why did you choose this school? And it's just a bit, a lot of places ask that, let's be honest, they're a bit generic. A lot of places will just go, right, why do you want to study here? Just make some shit up. At the end of the day, you're probably auditioning for more than one school. So don't just say, well, I really want to get into drama school. But yeah, just be honest. Just say, look, I know I haven't studied here on a foundation course, so I can't say I love your teaching style, because guess what? I haven't been there, I haven't taught there, so I don't know. But say things that you do know. So say the alumni, or there's a graduate from 2 years ago that I love and he's amazing and he studied here. Or there's a teacher that actually I've spoken to and the way he was talking about Mountview, for example, was amazing. Say things like that. Say, oh, I've had friends here who have auditioned here and they said the audition process was lovely. yeah, so that was like Lambda. Lambda was more of an interview school where they, an actual interview stage where they asked me interview things. Royal Welsh, it wasn't like an interview. It was, but then it wasn't. They basically just said, right, what are you doing at the moment? Nice, cool. What show are you watching on Netflix? Something dead chill. And that was just to see my personality, just to get a nice conversation. Yeah, so next, Guildhall really fucked me over, I'm not gonna lie. If you haven't watched my Guildhall video, go watch it. I have a bit of a rant. Now, in my Guildhall video, I say that my audition didn't go well. So when I was doing the interview, I like started to get emotional, and I don't know why. Because auditions go wrong, and that's fine. Like, I knew I wasn't going to get in that year. I really wanted to do a foundation course instead, which is why I'm here. Woo. So I don't know why I got a bit upset, and I think I did because I think I just had been kind of robbed the opportunity to do a good audition by the man in the room. He kind of took that opportunity away from me, and they just kind of asked me. Their question was a bit shit, really. It was just like, why do you want to act? And because I wasn't in the headspace, I was just like, I want to act because... And I said something pretty generic because I just wanted to get out. And she, which I didn't like, but she was just like, yeah, but why? Yeah, we get that, but like this and that. And it's as if like they wanted me to answer with a certain like answer. It's like they were looking for an answer, not just letting me speak. So that's something to look at for as well. And it's also really good because you can get a lot from the school from their interview stage. Like you can get a lot from them. You can get a lot of, how are they with you? Do you get on with them? And also it's your time to ask the questions. I really would recommend just getting a list of 5 to 10 questions that you want to personally ask. Now that might simply be, a good ones are, if you struggle with a disability, a good one would be, how many students do you accept a year with disabilities? That's a great one that you could ask. I know someone's just asked me, someone told me that they asked that, and I thought, wow, that's a really creative one to ask. It's really informative as well. And it also tests them as well, because if you have a disability, you don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, if you go to a school and you said, right, how many people have you taught with disabilities? And they were like, no one. You'll be thinking, really? Right, okay, don't want to go here then. So it can really tell which schools are good for you. Other questions might be, I don't know, like certain things you might do on the course. So, do you do this on the course? And, what technique do you look at? Is it the Alexander technique? Is it Meisner? Is it Stanislavski? Or do you do a mixture? Things like that. Now, don't ask questions that you will easily be able to find on the website, because you need to do your preparation. They ain't doing it for you. So asking questions, like, how many people do you accept a year? They're just going to be like, oh, for God's sake, read the website, love. Because every drama school, really, unless you've looked and it physically doesn't tell you, ask the question. But all the drama schools that I looked at tell me how many people they accept, or it's written somewhere, or someone's told me. So don't ask stupid questions just for the sake of asking questions. There's literally no point. They might ask, how do you think these next 3 years will help you? So that, drama school is going to help you because of connections. You're with teachers who have been in the industry, which is like the main thing, really. And a good one that they might do during your monologue stage is why did you choose this monologue? So really, that should all be different though. That shouldn't be interview prep, that should be monologue prep, because you should know your character like that, and you should know why you chose that monologue. Is it because you had a similar situation happen to you? Now, let's say the monologue is about you talking to your mother who has cancer and she's about to die. I personally, thankfully, I haven't gone through that. But I might connect to it in a different way. That emotion might have happened to me in a different way. So say that. They want to know. If you don't know, then you clearly aren't connected to the monologue like that, or you haven't done enough preparation. So yeah, they'll just ask like generic questions like, oh, why do you like the school? And or they'll ask personal questions like, oh, how's East 15 going? What are you doing now? Or, oh, that's nice, why did you like that play? oh, that's cool, yeah. And they'll just have a nice conversation with you. So I'm going to end it here. Also, another one to look at is Drama School Audition Life by Lovey Diaries. And it has a lot of monologue. It has a lot of audition prep in here, and there's a lot of potential questions that they could ask you. So I'd really recommend getting this book. I recommended it in my preparing to apply to drama school videos. I showed this. I think it's a really good diary, audition diary. You can write down what you learnt from every school. You can write down what questions a certain school asked you, just so you can then prepare for the next school. But yeah, I hope this video helped. Look on Google as well. There's loads on Google. Just type in potential drama school questions and hopefully something would come up. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Bye!